Hello and welcome back to the channel. Now yesterday we managed to make it to the Sahara Desert, and today we're going to explore Africa, Morocco. We're going to go to a place called Todra Gorge, and that's basically supposed to be one unbelievable picturesque road through some amazing gorge of a mountain. It should be absolutely cinematic, should be, but let's find out. But first of all, one quick look at the Sahara Desert before we hit the road. So let's get on Ashworth, let's go and check out what's supposed to be something cinematic. My goal is to prove that you can ride the entire world by motorcycle, taking on each country leg by leg, aiming to store my bike in different locations while needing to fly home, work a full-time job, and of course look after my amazing family. This is my dream, this is my goal, this is my adventure, so let's go. Well, last night we stayed here in Las Pyramids, and it's sort of camping stroke hotelish with rooms, and it even included our evening meal and our breakfast, and it was very reasonable for equivalent for us to stay on a campsite, like a very posh campsite, luxury for lords. It was about 120 euros, where this was about, I think for two, that is, for us here it was about 58 euros again. Well, it makes it unbelievably cheap. But the thing of it is, to get to here last night, according to Google, it took us through part of the desert road, and then Darren Sidekick Solo came off of his bike. So let me show you the damage, then I'll explain what happened to the rest of us. So the Sidekick Solo, Darren, he was flying along. Let me show you the other side, see if you can spot it first. And he was standing up on his pegs, he was trying to be all awesome at about 10 miles an hour. What's not fast enough to be above the sand. So you notice this side of the bike, you notice this part here, notice it well. So as he's going along, he's standing up and he's trying to give it a bit of beans, and he's got sand flicking out the back, and he's trying to be all sexy. And then the front end digs in, the bike twists, and he goes over. Some of the sand marks are up here. And have you noticed the difference? He's now missing his panel just there. So he's got a battle scar. At last, his GS has a battle scar. But he picked it up and he got back on it, and he continued on without crying too much, and a few man hugs from us all last night. But he was fine. Paul, also known as Two Wheeled Auto Twit on YouTube, who's brought my Africa Twin all the way from England to here and had a blowout of them on the rear tyre. Check out his channel for that. So it's got a nice 50/50 off-road tyre. This is DCT, it's got traction control, it's got gravel, it's got the lot. He still managed to get bogged trying to get in, like literally bogged with sand. So we had to wrench him out of the sand yesterday and get him in. Ashworth, on the other hand, well, of course, Ashworth did it in style. Ashworth did it in absolute style, and I'm not going to admit at all in any way that I also got bogged. Not at all, because Ashworth is made to be an overlanding beast. So there's no way I had any issues whatsoever with getting in here at all. Let's just leave it there and just say this is the best overlanding monkey cycle beast in the entire world. And thankfully I didn't record any of that because I just wanted to end on the dooms. But check out their channels if you want to see actually what happened in real time. But that was our evening getting in here. We were all huffing, we were all puffing, we were all down in water. It was still red hot heat, but we got here and we chilled out. And this is made, all these buildings are made out of straw and mud. These are like mud straw hotels. What's kind of weird but kind of nice, and there's hardly any water pressure because obviously we're in the Sahara Desert, so having a shower is out the window. Anyway, let's saddle up the bikes, let's get out on the road. And we found a nice entrance out. It turns out there is an easier entrance to get in and out of this place, so hopefully we can get out and, easily. But of course I will have the camera on in case anything happens. Right, let's hit the road.
You ready?
Yeah.
Coming off today?
Huh?
You gonna come off?
No, I know how to ride a bike.
No, you're not trying hard enough to don't fall off.
No. Unprofessionals that don't do the right speed come off the bike.
I was trailblazing. I was following, I was leading the way.
Ah. Oh, here we go. Darren's already flipping the back of his bike. Here we go, look, it's really loose, but the way we came in yesterday, whoa, look, it's like surfing trying to get out of the hotel. We came in from this road up there and it is like thick sand, so that's why we all got bogged down. Darren took us in a completely different way originally, and what was like down there, but that has massive amounts of sand in it as well. So what happened then was he came off, whoa, like almost I did then. It catches the sand. We're not going quick enough, we've got the wrong tyres, but he almost, well, he did come off. He come off yesterday, so he come off down there. Paul got bogged down there, and of course Ashworth, completely 1,000,000% not guaranteed or proven, just sailed through without any issues whatsoever at all, and they just marvelled at my gorgeousness as always. But we are now back on the road, and we are going away from the Sahara Desert and heading back into the Atlas Mountains, because obviously the plan over the next, I think, 4 or 5 days, what we've got left, is to explore some of the more unique places on the way back. Look at the camels, how cool is that? Very cool. So this is good roads. So our plan is to, oh my god, it's crazy. My plan is to obviously explore some cool places. So we're heading to this gorge first. We're not booking a hotel yet, we're going to do a bit more off the cuff today. Darren's got a SIM card, Paul's got a SIM card, I'm just going straight off of Google Maps. That does bring me to a good point. I did 2 downloads of, like, you can do patches as such on Google Maps, you can do quite a few. So I downloaded like 2 almost squares of off of Google Maps of obviously Morocco, like the area that we're doing, and that just took 2 downloads. So I've been running my sat nav the entire time off of the downloads, and every time I get Wi-Fi they do update. So if there's like permanent road closures and stuff, you will get it. So every hotel I've got to, it's hit and miss with the Wi-Fi. It continuously cuts off and comes and cuts off, because I think they're all running like 4G SIM cards in a box. But it does update, and it has worked throughout this trip so far, like faultlessly, to the point where I'm like, I wouldn't go and buy, you know, a TomTom or a Garmin or anything like that. I mean, obviously they're cool because you've got everything downloaded, you don't have to worry about any of that. But so far off Google Maps, off of my phone, and wirelessly charging off of the quad lock, I've not had any issues whatsoever. My phone itself has been in flight mode the entire time, so I can't have calls or texts because you get charged via the networks. So very much is just relying on that. Now I am lucky, obviously I said Darren Psychic Solo and Paul Two Wheeled Auto Switch both have SIM cards, so they have got data. So if it did go wrong, obviously I'm pretty covered, but I've got to say, if they didn't, we'd still be perfectly fine. So I'm pretty impressed with that. Right, we're going to leave the Sahara, all the dunes behind us and stuff now. We're in the mirrors and in the distance. And what we're going to do, we're going to get back into the Atlas Mountains. Oh, my clutch is slipping. Hopefully it will just take a little bit, because yesterday, okay, I did get a bit bogged. I did get a bit bogged, and trying to get out, because obviously I've got the weight on the back and the small tyres being bogged down, I was obviously riding the heck out of the clutch, because every time I let go of the clutch it would just cut out. So I was having a lot of burning clutch by the time I got out of the sand yesterday. And what happened in the end was the engine wouldn't start because I had to put it into gear to get it going. So I'm a little bit concerned about my clutch this morning, but it seems to have cooled down and it seems to be working okay. But that was a little bit of ridey clutch then, but I'm pretty, it does sound like maybe it will, maybe it will get a bit better, hopefully not get worse. That's a little bit ridey on the power, but yesterday, clutch in, it was still in gear basically by the time I'd finished, so it was moving along. But we'll just say that I got through that absolutely unbelievably easily and wasn't like paddling the bike through and riding the clutch trying to get it out of the mass amount of sand that we're in at all. Right, let's hack down some miles. 211 kilometers to get to this gorge between the mountains. It should be something spectacular, so let's just hack down those few miles. Well, we've got a bit of a problem because obviously the clutch got so hot yesterday trying to get out of all the sand, the road that we went to try to get to the hotel. My clutch, as I said earlier, felt a bit odd. It's got to the point where I can't give too much revs because it's just slipping. So what's going on right now is I've put Darren to work doing his skills with all our fingers crossed that if we can slacken off the clutch, because the biting point's right at the end, it will actually be all right. So that's what we're hoping for. So fingers crossed, because otherwise we're going to struggle, because we've got the Atlas Mountains to get back through, and they go up and up and up, and yeah, it's just not going to get me up there. So let's see what happens. So as you're my dedicated RAC AA breakdown stroke fixer, and Paul just fell down a hole just down there. Calculated trip.
Well, we've slackened this off a bit, I think. So we'll just. I think we'll just. I don't know if that's going to do anything now. It's just basically we're going to just try and adjust this up and down, and just see if we can get a bit more clutch.
If not,
I'm sure we've just seen a donkey man with a donkey go by who was eyeing up your monkey bike. We might be able to do a swap.
get a swap done.
Yeah.
I reckon we can put the panniers on the donkey. It'll be all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be all right. Right. Darren's just told all this on his camera, so I'm going to make him say it all over again.
Right.
Explain what you think is going on.
So, when Lee did all his work to this, he put a new clutch in it. So it's a brand new clutch. Yesterday, getting it through that sand has put a load of wear into the clutch plates. It's made the clutch plates a bit thinner. Because the biting point's right on the end of the lever, we adjust the cable up and down. We should be able to just adjust that wear out via the cable.
So
I think
you're doing an 11 out of 10 job?
No, I'm doing a 10 out of 10 job.
Right, we've done our first adjustment. Well, Darren's done it because he's the man. Oh, this is when I'm glad he's with me. Let's find out. We can do a quick run up and down this road with the clutch adjusted. Yeah, that's not slipping. That's not slipping. Oh, gonna give him a man hug. He's gonna get a man hug. That feels good. Let's just keep going. Let's bring up to speed. That's pulling. Yeah, that's not slipping. Oh, my heart. The thing of it is, don't get me wrong, things are gonna happen to my bike, I get, and I know all of that. But when I've got people with me as well, and also I've got an end destination, because I'm obviously going to be going back into Gibraltar, where it's going to be stored again. So ideal world is if I want some work doing to it, I'll get it back to the Paul in Gibraltar, because he knows monkey bikes really, really well, and either get him to sort something or take it to a garage. Ideal world, and then be stuck obviously in Africa. That would be the ideal world. So that was my feeling back then, is if this doesn't work I'm going to have to limp it back, but she's not slipping. That's full throttle. She's not slipping. Oh, 11 out of 10 Darren. Oh dude. I said it felt really special having us back together, because regardless of anything, if stuff goes wrong, it's like he's there, and just then he's there. Oh, what a ledge. Right, I'm going to go give this man the biggest man hug in the world, because he deserves it. Where is he? Oh.
What are we saying?
I want to give you a man hug. It's better than it was before.
Hey.
Oh, yeah, it's pulling all the way. It's pulling. So I think the thing of it is, now it's pulling all right. If you break down, you need RACAA, but they're not available. So I kick solo. Just bring him with you, because it's all right now. It was a moment.
Yeah, well,
it was a moment.
Luckily, it's something we've managed to sort out by the side of the road fairly easily.
Yeah.
So it's not been an issue.
You know what we've got to do now, though?
Burnouts?
Do some wheelies, just to prove it's all right. Right, we're going to get back on the road. We're going to go and find some coffee, and I'm going to get some fuel. I've got 3 bars left, and hopefully we're all good. I'm still like, woo! Good, let's get going.
When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. Oh, the good times just begun.
Well, after a couple of coffees, half a pizza at this cool roadside cafe. It is time to hack down some more miles. 127 till we get to the gorge. Which just sounds rude. I'm going to the gorge for some good gorging, for a very gorgeous time. Here we go. Sunglasses down. Miles to hack. Or kilometres, of course, but miles because I'm British. And then I still 1.6 kilometres to a mile for everyone to figure out. But the monkey bike, Ashworth, has now covered, from getting the bike, 18,562 kilometres. I'm looking forward to that, getting over 20,000 kilometres, because kilometres obviously are more than miles. It makes me look like I've gone even further. Oh, hang on, just look at that. Pinch myself. Ouch. Look at that though. What a view. What a view. Anyway, let's do some more. Let's get further. And let's go for a gorgeous time at the gorge.
Our eyes are closed when we start this loop on repeat. Hear my chest, how it beats when you put your hands on me. Time goes fast, but yet so slow. I leave all thoughts, yeah, I let them go. 'Cause I'm here with you, and all I need is you.
So we have hacked down all of the kilometres that we need to do to bring you the epicness. And I'm going to, just so I get it right, because this does look spectacular, exactly where are we? And I'm going to say it in perfect Moroccan.
The Todra Gorge.
What, like Willy Todra?
Todra, yeah, no, it's Todra Gorge. The Todra Gorge.
Is that still like a Willy?
If you want it to be like a willy, then it can be like a willy.
Cool. Well, we are at the Willy Gorge, and I'm going to make it, of course, epic 11 out of 10, as you have to do. But already, look at it, between the mountains. So let's do what we do. Let's make it 11 out of 10. Well, I'm sure you can agree. This is spectacular. Just wow, riding through the middle of the mountain, through the gorge of the beautifulness, but it is gorgeous. It's a gorgeous gorge. Wow. Just, I have to continue to pinch myself. I really do, about the wonders for what I'm able to experience and see. I really hope this is all coming across on camera about how amazing this is. Absolutely amazing. Now, I saw a Jedi suit for sale down there, and I was really tempted to pull in and try and buy it, and I want a Jedi suit. Part of me is like, I could get it sent back to Paul or probably the Sidekick and collect it, but then I didn't want to stop because I just want to keep riding. So I just want to take in this. It's just wow. That's all I'd say, isn't it? Wow, but wow, it is amazing. This is truly epic. This is truly becoming an 11 out of 10 adventure. Well, we have pulled over. Darren's had a look through the hotels because he's got the internet. We've got one 8 minutes away, but apparently there's only 2 rooms available. So we're going to get there and hope that there's actually more, and have got more rooms than it says on hotels.com. That's the plan. So 8 minutes down this road, a little bit more fun, a little bit more riding, and then we'll get there. And fingers crossed we'll be good. And it's got a pool, but I haven't brought my swimmers, so we've got to figure that out. I might borrow Darren's, and then he has a dip, and then I have a dip, and we just keep taking them off under the towel. You know what I mean? It'll all be fine. Let's get there. Well, time to put the Chris gloves on. Hopefully today for the final time, if we've got enough rooms in the hotel. I'm mentioning Mr. Chris Goff, that's been so kind and sent me stuff so I'm not sweating my bum off throughout this adventure and the last adventure. If you can see just here, there's a little monkey with its eyes closed. What it reminds me of, it's that moment it's that moment when you're on these narrow roads and something comes towards you, or like what's recently just happened to Paul, what he got on camera, bless him, where he had a basically had a truck on that narrow road cut in front of him. It's those moments where you sit there and go, oh, you go around a bend and you go like what you've seen in my videos where I've literally gone around the bend too quickly. So I'm taking it a bit more cautious these days, because I do not want to damage Ashworth, of course, in any way, because it's going to get me around the world. But it reminds me of that. It's this little monkey, this little extra little charm. If it's like, okay, going, oh, poop, but I've got my poop bag, I've got my charm, I've got my lucky charm, my little bell down there to warn away all the little devils in the engine. It's obviously working, because it's been going absolutely fine ever since, other than me almost completely destroying my clutch. So everything's cool. So I just want to say another thank you to Chris Goff, because he has really been looking after me now for quite some time. So cheers, dude, thank you very much. And I generally hope I'm going to get to meet him one day, because there's a couple of things that we've had, he's not been able to come, so I'm hoping one day I can shake his hand and say thank you in person, because it's an absolutely legendary thing to do. Plus everybody out there that's been sending me coffees, supporting me, lots more people have been joining Patreon as well, that's helping towards it. My big goal currently is to get back out again in 1 month's time, because I've got an entire week off of my job, because I get so many set weeks off a year anyway, and I've got a whole week. And this is not a begging thing, by the way, so please don't think it is, it's not, but I'm hoping I can somehow get back out and move Ashworth somewhere between Alicante and Barcelona, or somewhere in Barcelona. Well, I'm looking currently for someone who's going to be willing to store my bike. Well, I'll be reaching out on Facebook, so by the time you see this, maybe not, I would have got somebody who's willing to do it, or a garage or a tour company that's willing to store my bike there. But I'm just hoping I can get the funds together, because I've obviously got Christmas coming up, and I've got fantastic 6 children I've got to be able to obviously buy presents for, and a family. So we'll see how it pans out, but I am desperate not to waste a whole week and get out and move Ashworth on again, because that gives me an extra day compared to my normal 6 that I go out with, and it gives me that little bit extra to be able to do. I think it's about 1,100 kilometers to Barcelona from Gibraltar. That will be the next leg if I can make it happen. So I just want to say thanks again to all the panniers, the channel members, the people that have been buying me coffees, helping me out on the PayPal links, because every penny's going towards it. Every penny goes towards paying for flights, airport parking for my car, and obviously helping me go on my adventure. So without all of you lot, generally, I think this would be even bigger gaps apart, me being able to do it and trying to earn the money to make it happen. So just massive thank you, huge thank you from the bottom of my heart. Right, let's get to the hotel. Let's see what Darren's found. He says it's got a pool. Let's see if the pool's even in use. Let's get there. Well, we have arrived at our sort of, it's not classed as a hotel, it's called the Auberge Camping something. Auberge Camping, something like that. Anyway, this is equal to €50, 500 madras, whatever it's called. What's about £48-ish a night, but also includes dinner and breakfast that I always get stunned by. But this is probably more expensive than we've paid the entire trip for an actual room. But it's that between us each. Unfortunately, I have to explain something in a second. But check out this, for €50. Check this out. So we've parked our bikes up here away from the main road. We've literally a short walk over here. Look at this beautiful stairs all the way up. This area goes out the front as well, where there's those kind of tents that are made out of the goat's hair and stuff as well. You can relax. There's one there as well. It's got a pool with it. We can have a skinny dip. Like I said, I've not brought my swimmers, so we'll figure that out. But potentially, check this out. This is the thing. This is the thing. We have an entire apartment to ourselves. We're having a lovely area to sit down, chill. That's my bed, because obviously it's beautifully in the corner, and it's near the loo, in case you need a wee. We can have a peasant's bed just in case we need a peasant with us tonight. It gets better. They're the beers from earlier, by the way, that we bought yesterday. Me and Paul have to share. So this is Paul's room. It's obviously smaller and dingier than mine, because obviously I need the open space. So Paul's confined to this area. But I've said to him, if he wants to borrow a peasant to put there, he actually can. And then, of course, let's move in and check out the bathroom. So the bathroom just here. Toilet. What we got here? Have we got sink, shower. I hope that works, because last night's was a trickle of water. It didn't sit there naked. Not here, in the last place. I turned the tap on and it went, and that was the end of the shower. So I didn't get to have a shower this morning. So I'm going to have one of them now. But most importantly, the sexiest lord in the entire world. So we are here, Abidjan, though the Abidjan camping is pretty much what it says outside. And if we zoom out the map to give you an idea, we're back in the Atlas Mountains. Obviously we've gone a completely different way today, but we were down here somewhere, weren't we? So we've come all the way up through the gorge and to here. So that's exactly where we are in the map. Look, Morocco, and we're near the
Is it warm?
No?
Is it cold?
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's alright though when you get used to it. Oh, come on, come in.
I can't. I've left my swimmers at home.
Wait, is this going to look really cold?
Looks like you're doing the Head and Shoulders advert and all the dandruff's coming off. Well done you though.
I brought these swimming trunks all the way around just for this.
Just for that moment of the cold pool. See, what he literally is not saying, because I've dipped my finger in, that's got to be like, I don't know, if I'd even class it as 10 degrees. That's cold, and he got in here, was like, no, he's trying to act all hard for camera. So when you watch these, he'll be telling you how lovely it is. The reality is he's absolutely freezing. So Darren said it's like really cold, and Paul's just going to prove that this is how a proper man gets into a pool.
It's not.
He almost tripped. And that's how it's done. You're not cold here.
No.
It's like 10, what is it, 22 degrees?
Not cold.
Well, that's pretty much it for today. It's time to go and chill with a beer. The thing of it is, we have no idea where we're going to go tomorrow. Well, obviously, we're making our way back to the ferry to Gibraltar. We've got so many days left to enjoy this adventure. I've given myself basically 10 days, I think, in total. This currently is Saturday, and I don't fly back until, I believe, Wednesday. No, I need to be in Gibraltar for Wednesday, and I fly back on the Thursday. So we've still got so many days to go and so much more to explore, and taking in through the gorge today was just, it's just incredible. So we have no idea what we're doing tomorrow. This point of the adventure is just sheerly winged. Like I said, the whole thing for me was to get to the Sahara. Now it's just winging it. What's my kind of adventure? More and more and more and more. We have things happen as we go, but it's what I love. I just love this. So it's time for me to grab a shower, chill out with a beer, and just call it a day. But do you know what? It's been awesome. So I can't wait to see you in the next episode. You all take care, ride safe. Bye-bye for now.
This adventure is supported by Ashworth Automotive in Weston-super-Mare, the #1 garage keeping you and Helmet Head on the road.